All right, welcome to 3x3.EXE Premier Southern Conference Round 4 tonight. Once again, we're back. Middleton Grange, fantastic venue for basketball here. It's been 2 great days of weather, and what better way than to finish off Sunday night with some excellent basketball here, and probably the best venue for 3x3 basketball in the South Island, if not the world, maybe, although there has been some pretty cool stuff going on lately. I'm James Lisserman. I'll be your host, taking us through around about 2 hours of pretty high quality 3x3 action. But before we get into that, we'll have a quick look at the ladder. Once again, UC Maroon out on top, but their lead's shrinking a little bit, down to 40 points now, as the Rams are in second place, 200 points, and then Gators, 240 points, and Gators are behind them on 200. Bottom 3 teams, Whananui, UC Gold, and Crossover.EXE bringing up the rear. Pools tonight, we have Rams.EXE, Gators.EXE and Crossover.EXE on one side, and then we've got the 2 UC teams, Gold and Maroon, along with Whananui on the other side. So it should be a great night of exciting basketball as we see if UC Maroon can get 3 wins out of 4, or if it's going to be someone else. It was UC Maroon and Rams.EXE in the final the last 2 weeks, split 1 round each. We'll see if it's some new teams tonight. So sit back, relax, 2 hours and a little bit of basketball action ready to come your way. Yep. Okay, here we go, Josh. So you're back. You've had a 1 week hiatus.
Yeah, I did. Where was I? I can't remember.
And then there's also been quite a fair bit of basketball action going on. Obviously, the World Championships in Belgium. But we're back here with our regular 6 teams about to take the court. And first game coming up, you can see here, has had a last-minute schedule change just to make life a little bit easier for everyone, and means we get to see UC Gold going up against UC Maroon.
Yep, so these guys will know each other pretty well, being club teammates, and obviously by now, what are we, round 4?
Yes.
Everyone should know everyone pretty well and the style and everything. But
yeah, one change though, like Jeremy, you weren't here last week, but Jeremy Irvine did say they were hoping to get Rohan Russo, who was a big part of their team back last year. There he is down the baseline, number 12 there.
Number 12, yeah. We played UC yesterday. They were missing a few guys and their coach, obviously, in Belgium.
I know, like heartbreaking loss for them against USA men early this morning. It was good while I was awake for 80% of the game, but too excited, and then I ended up staying awake for like another 30-40 minutes at 1 in the morning.
The boys did great over there. You know, they fought hard with Serbia, and then they played, I think it was France, the second game.
Yes.
But we got this one underway here.
So here we go anyway. UC Gold starts off. Luca Williams here, Jeremy Irvine, Max Abbott, and then Rohan Russo on the bench. And then for UC Maroon, Aiden Tonge, MVP 2 out of the 3 weeks.
Yep.
And then Junior DeYoung, a bit of a haircut for him.
Yep.
And then Sam Riley, and they've got Chris Tapia. So they're pretty much standard 4 that they're coming into the game with. And nice tip attempt there from Riley. Well, almost goes in. And Aiden Tonge, he's someone who's had a fair bit of basketball over the last couple of days as well, and travel.
He had the double header with the Rams. They went 1-1, I believe.
Yes, they did, but unfortunately lost their entire coaching staff last night. And Sam Smith called into player coach, and not a fan of talking, I think. He put himself on the court for the 3 minutes or so to start the second quarter, which is right when they meant to do the sideline interview with him. I think he did that on purpose. But he did a great job. 1 point loss there, as we said. 2 point bucket going in. Sorry, going up and on top, not in.
So it's a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. 2-1.
And we've seen UC Maroon start slowly. Well, you haven't, unless you tuned in last week, but they sort of got better and better as the games went on. So this is probably the ideal time to play them if you're UC Gold.
You want to get them on a warm-up game. Obviously, both teams will be a bit out of sorts because they would think they'll be playing in the next round. But we've had a few latecomers.
Yes, you can. Well, it's not
courtesy of my teams.
Yes.
Yeah. So
this is Jeremy Irvine there. Hits that too to give his team a 1 point lead. Tapia can't answer it. But yeah, UC Gold, they obviously hadn't won any games until last week. Won 2 there to make it into the semi-final round for the first time this year. And good pass there through the net. And physical D forces the shot clock violation there.
It's just Rohan lack of playing time in 3x3. He's probably just got to get used to it again. And
I think so.
Away for a couple. Oh, this is his first round.
It is,
played,
yeah.
So
he had some some massive dunk highlights last year. But at the moment, this is almost like the teams are being nice to each other. Like, you know what, a shot's going up. We're not actually going to physically box you out. We're just going to watch it and let everyone, you know, if you're meant to get it, you can get it without too much effort. Here's DeYoung to the bucket there. His team is still down 1 point at the moment.
Abbott with a 2-pointer there. He's been pretty consistent from the two-point shot.
Nice drive there, Russo. So you can see some of the Rams.exe players running through in front here.
Tane Lavery and Caleb Chamberlain.
And that's our first foul there. That's, I mean,
pretty good. It's been a pretty physical game too, started.
What have you thought of the refereeing in the World Championships?
Interesting. The real emphasis on the pick and roll defense in terms of holding the roller, and obviously we don't have too many of those happen here.
No, as we see Abbott there, Tonge launched a 2 wide right, and then Abbott answers, and that is definitely a foul there from Irvine.
Yeah, I might have let Aiden try and finish that tough reverse layup there instead of fouling, and if he makes it, you know, it's a 1 point game.
Yeah, although Tonge is like a very good
finisher.
Well, I was going to say follower, like off his own shots as well. So at least on a free throw, you've shifted him further away from the hoop. 9-4 the score, though, is Irvine. Nice reverse layup there. 10-4 the score now. Tonge, knowing they need a couple of 2-point buckets. Tapia answers that bell there. Yeah, I felt with the referees in Antwerp, it seems like, not that I've watched every single game, there's a strong finish there. 11-6 for Luca Williams. They're almost like, well, we're going to call fouls right at the start of the game to sort of put our mark in it. But then when you get closer to that foul limit, it can be a bit harder to actually get over it.
And he's the fourth member for the Gators squad, Josh Nickel, rocking up.
Here's Tonge. You see there, that was that sort of thing. Maybe you're better off not fouling him, forcing him to finish, as Irvine has the 2. So these guys, I think we're going to start seeing some confidence here. 13-6.
Sure.
You could hear DeYoung there just calling for that ball where he was relocating. And I was going to say, I don't know if Tonge could actually see that, but he was very
adamant
assertive.
It was. He was, James.
Although when you're both going to the same hoop, I need to learn when you're pointing one way or the other. I don't actually know which way they go.
So when offense has the ball, they'll point.
You point towards
the ball, towards the basket, and if it's a turnover, they'll point towards the
so
ball side.
Tonge is wrong then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Wrong. Yeah, so it is white ball.
And then you may know the answer to this. I was meant to ask Hayden Pipe about it. The back to the basket 3-second rule.
Yeah.
It only counts when you're dribbling the ball, correct?
Yes,
so you can be posted up and not.
Posted up. As soon as you dribble the ball and go back, that's when it...
and it ends when you finish your dribble as well for that. And then if you spin, so as soon as Russo spins, then it cuts to 3 seconds. And if he did a full 360 there, go back to starting a new 3-second count. Sweet. That's what I figured it probably was, but I was like, I need to actually check the...
There's a few rule changes over the last couple events.
That would be the main one, though, wouldn't it? Going from 5 seconds down to 3.
5 seconds, just to speed the game up.
Yeah.
They've had one in their speed 3x3 up for a while. It is quite fast anyway, but I think...
Great drive from Riley there, but Russo...
Great defense, you know.
It was.
Came down. When he came down, he blocked it on the way down. Yeah. Great defense by Abbott there. Got a wee tip.
It was. That was UC Gold is not playing around here. Abbott usually a little bit more effective at the rim, but forced to take a deep 2 there as Riley was right on him. And I wonder, you know, Pete Van Hassel, depending on the time difference, maybe watching this online as well.
He'll definitely be keeping an eye on it with the boys unfortunately getting knocked out. I thought they did a great job in terms of like the way that they played, and talented guys with Jaden Bazant and Nico McCulloch, Ty Wynyard, and Dom Kalmapotu. That's quite a formidable quad.
It is.
Yeah.
As we saw about 30 seconds ago, Luca Williams, a nice tough finish there. 14-6, so a bit of an upset on the cards here, though. I bet, Pete Van Hassel would like his Maroon team to probably get back to the championship and win and go against the Gold team in the final, but this could be a good wake-up call for the Maroon team. First time they've lost the final was last week. They've been in it 3 straight times. But, the Gold team playing pretty well as we see Tonge. This is where he sort of comes to the fore.
That's the key, though. We talked to the Rams XC boys a couple of weeks ago and just said, look, hey, you make the final, you're guaranteed 80 points. And it's all about accumulating points at the end, whether you win the final or lose it, right? If you keep up.
It is, but, if you get that 100 points and you stop Maroon from getting 100 points, it's a 40-point swing. Not just we want to get as much as we can. You also, if you come first, you're catching up to anyone you're behind and, building a bigger gap against ones that are behind you. Riley here, look at that teamwork, and I thought that was just about to go in. But just great outside, inside, finding the second cutter there as well. And this may be a good time for a UC Gold timeout. They were up 14-6. The last 3 points have all gone to UC Maroon.
It kind of staled a little bit. I think Maroon really stepped up their defense, being a little bit more physical in terms of taking away what Gold's strengths are. And you notice Abbott hasn't really got a good open look at the hoop.
There's no rebounds here.
No rebounding. And Aiden's just
attacking. It almost looked like it was just about got hit in the face, but no reaction, so I'm going to assume he wasn't. And foul was called there. Yeah, I think I was wrong actually about I don't think it was 14-6 because of the Luca Williams lap, so maybe it was 13-6. So it's been a 4-1 run, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think it has been It's been a 4-1 run.
Yeah,
it has. Yeah, I think it has been a 4-1 run.
And does make the basket there. So 14-11. Irvine, he's hit one from there before. Hits 2 from there now. So 16-11.
That was a big shot from Jeremy.
And that was Sam Riley. He's pretty good off the catch behind the arc. Those dribble out, turn 180 degrees, not that easy.
They are Lauren Hippolyte specials, those ones.
I know, but I bet she practices it an awful lot.
She does,
Nice little up fake, and Riley tried to foul. Good job by the referees just to let Russo get uncontested to the rim. UC Maroon does make a basket to follow up, 17-12. And have you ever seen this? Sam Riley saying, hey, I fouled, and I'm trying to wave at you to say I fouled, and you didn't call it.
No.
I've only ever seen the opposite, the Sam Riley getting called for a foul and saying I didn't foul them. And not something you see every day. Chris Tapia missing a free throw.
No, he's
does
such
get the
a good shooter, and you can't really leave Junior open either.
Yeah, that was...
He's shown there.
That was lucky for him. Well, I'm interested. I don't know this rule here.
Yeah,
so they hadn't bounced on the ground.
I think that is not playable.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So then, so it's basically the same as the ball going out of bounds, and should have been gold ball up the top. Well, immediate steal for Russo. So I guess he does get that straight away. Back to them. 17-14. Williams just a little bit off. Riley with the rebound here. Tonge, strong spin, well defended. Passes are a little bit off to DeYoung, but he was able to hit that last one. And Riley, as we said, much better off the catch and shoot variety.
Yeah.
It's a 17-16, although most people are much better there. Russo short on that, and UC Maroon will be feeling good. They've cut that deficit down to 1 point now.
They just need to take their time.
And there is the lead.
Yeah, and there's that. Dribble out, let it go out of bounds, reset. Seen it quite a lot in the
Yes,
international.
yeah,
3x3,
no, definitely.
You know, guys just watching it go out.
Right, here's Irvine up the top. Down one. Drive.
Ooh.
And I think he was just hit on the head there is the call.
I probably would have let that one go, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the contact wasn't forceful, but if
Yep.
it's to the head, there's different standards of,
Yeah.
I guess, being worried. And his toes about as close as you can get to the line without, I guess, touching it. Hits
This
the
is
free throw,
at the
ties the
rim.
game.
Reverse. Oh, with the right hand. It's a rarity for Aiden to be using the right hand.
And you see Gold just looking a bit flummoxed here. Williams, tough shot. And I think this will be Gold's ball.
Yep.
No, it's going to be UC Maroon's ball.
Maroon. It did look like it came off Irvine there in the last tip.
Well, I guess if you're unsure, you call it a jump ball and it goes to the defense anyway.
Here's with their horn set.
Yeah, I'd say they'll be looking for a 2 here.
Yeah.
Although they could go for 1, like they've already got a 1-point lead. So even if they score 1 here, even if Gold hits a 2, sorry, and they do end up with just that. So UC Maroon up 2 points now, and then forces the turnover there. So Abbott there, the ball went off him. He thought it was off Maroon, didn't go for it.
No, he should have. Those ones you need to grab those. You know, secure the ball.
Well, you never know as well. Like apart from it going out, you may end up just being able to quick spin as Tonge. Pretty impressive comeback for the UC Maroon team there.
You know, 13-6 down.
Yep.
And they railed off, you know.
Is that 15 to 5?
You know, to win the game.
So an impressive start for UC Gold, but just not quite able to make it the whole way through. So next game coming up now, we have Gators.EXE. This should be a good one. They're number 3 on the ladder at the moment.
Gators, I think.
Gators are, and they are going up against Rams.EXE in the white. So a big game for these two teams. If you win this one, it really gives you a better chance of getting that second spot. Or
you're trying to avoid the UC Maroon semi-final.
That as well, yes.
Yeah, you know, and
it's a lot easier.
Inside Rams are down to 3 today.
Okay, so they have Caleb Chamberlain, Tane Levery, and Simon Lafayette. So who was the fourth player meant to be?
It was meant to be Peter Maxwell Torpia.
Right.
But he's out with a concussion at the moment.
And
And Phoenix went home and Noah's on holiday.
Right.
Yeah,
so unfortunate week to have that happen.
It was just happened that way, but you know, I think when you have a Tane Lavery and Simon Lafayette in your team, you're in with a shot.
Yeah. So you've talked to these guys about how to use their timeouts?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they're pretty smart with the way that they'll play things. They're pretty, you know, veteran. Well, you wouldn't say veteran, but they've played 3x3 for a while, and you know they know how the gist of it
Chamberlain's
goes.
probably the least experienced, isn't he, of the 3? And then this Gators team looks like they only have 3 as well.
They have 3 as well. So
Josh Nickel, Joseph Nottenbell, Matt Mashevsky, Zach Hannon's their fourth player, who I have not seen tonight. So haven't asked as well. So we didn't talk about the referees round 1. Marty Davison, who's walking to the baseline now, and Tony Smith-Humwick. And then his first game for us up here at 3x3 competitions, Regan Ashley.
From Timaru. Regan Ashley ref the uni games, 3x3. So he'll have a fair idea on how things go, and he's pretty experienced. So, and we're good to go here. So Gators have the ball. Yeah.
So there's immediate ball screen, flare screen. But well defended, Mashewski, the cutback door, nice fake there, and got Lavery to I guess, go for that a bit too far. And then almost flip-flop. Lavery's the one shooting the deep 2. Mashewski to the rim and goes again to the rim. Left hand finishes good, 2-0 to Gators in green.
It's a good wee match up there, Tane and Matt. You know.
And there we go. So Lavery missed the first 2 he took. Then he decided that he'd go to the bucket and score 1 here this time.
Rarity Joseph shooting, not about shooting 2-pointers. You know, he's really at the rim and the hustle guy.
Yes, and Lavery, I guess he's alternating. I'm going to shoot a 2, then a layup, then a 2. Next one should be a layup. And Mashevsky is where you want it. Oh. So
Looked
two
like
mistakes there.
Yeah, leg gave way there a little bit.
And that's the sort of thing you see from Nottingbelt there, the backdoor cuts. Lavery straight away sees the switch opportunity, tells Lafayette, go into the post, feeds him bucket almost instantaneously.
So 3-2.
And that's perfect what you want, isn't it? Get to the spot first, use your height. And Lafayette, he saw Chamberlain miss a dunk, miss what should have been a dunk. And so he's like, I'm making sure of this. Mashevsky, though, a 2's better than a dunk.
2's better than a dunk, so, yeah.
And that puts his team up 5-3. Here's Nottingbelt driving, grabbing 2 defenders, but a little bit high. Nickel, shoots anyway and hits nothing but the net there.
Not big, deep 2-pointer, so.
Yeah, so just starting to slip away from Round.4. Chamberlain's shot a little bit flat. And you can see there just no jumping for the rebounds there from either team.
So I think they're just conserving energy here. So
except for maybe Mashevsky.
Yep. No, he's fit. So I think he'll go all day. There's a 2-pointer from Lavery, much needed one.
5-8, and Mashevsky's like, well, one way you can, have more rest is just to get this game over with as quickly as you possibly can. Not about a little bit too long, and Lavery looks like he's got a second wind here. Fadeaway 2, well defended by Mashevsky, and Nottingbelt with the rebound. And then to the rim goes Mashevsky. So Nichols hit a 2, and he's hit every other point for them, I think. Oh, no, Nottingbelt had a backdoor cut. Sorry, I totally lied, but it has been quite a bit of Mashevsky shots going through the rim.
Yep. Matt's had a couple layups. Missed a bunny there. That for him, that's quite.
And Lavery's hit 2 now from behind the arc. Nottingbelt, the small hesitation, almost shades of, just the fake on the screen there.
Yeah.
Got the defense to lift up and then straight to the bucket there. Dylan Boucher was very good at that. And there's the 2 just off a little bit.
I think both teams kind of.
So he's going to take the timeout first.
Take the timeout first. We've been going for 3.5 minutes, so it's been quite high paced.
You should have organised this before. Like you take yours at 7:30, we'll take it. Well, at 6:30 or so, we'll take ours at about 3:30, and then we all get a nice rest.
I think that's the key with Matt, and he likes those corner ones. Dribble out. You have to stay disciplined in terms of what he does there, and I think this will be off green. Well, it certainly sounded like it. The way Nottingbelt, yes. Yeah, I think Josh Nickel had it, and Joseph just, with his hustle and his rebounding, wanted that. Ooh.
As Lafayette gives his team the lead, so 11-10. Mashevsky out to Nottingbelt. 3 crossovers. Strong move. Gets the rebound, and then he finds his teammate who's relocated, and that's a bit of surprise whenever that doesn't go down.
No.
Good defense. And then Lafayette, I think, had already decided, I'm going to pass this out when he could have shot it. That time, though, Chamberlain hard to the rim and finishes strongly. Nickel, the quick fake. Draw, kick to Nottingbelt for 2. That's off. Had to shoot it. You could hear the shot clock buzzer going off while that was in flight. And now we're starting to see the fitness of Lafayette. Doesn't make that one, but a tip to Lavery. He makes that 13-10. So momentum shifting here.
Yeah.
And this could be a momentum killer or answer.
So tough, he's such a good shooter, and that's not a bad contest, Ooh, and Lavery's just starting to heat up.
Yep, he is.
When he gets his two-point going, he's so hard to stop because he can get to the rim whenever he wants to.
Yeah, you just see that little hesitation, nickel bit, and then he can get to the rim. As Mashevsky, he's feeling it, though. Doesn't make that.
Yeah. Good foul there from Tane, just to stop the putback.
Lavery, I think, was like, we'll take the timeout.
Yeah,
and then he pointed to green like, hey, they want the timeout.
Yeah,
No, just kidding. Kidding. It is actually us. We'll take it. Here we go, the confusion.
Who wants the timeout?
Well, at the very least, it may end up where you get a couple of extra seconds while the referees are trying to decide whose is the timeout. It does seem, how long? The timeout's only 30 seconds. Oh, we do have it counting down.
30 seconds, so, you know.
So the team's back in here.
Only one foul in this game. Yeah, it's quite a, you know.
There's been quite a few two-point buckets.
So it is quite a little bit different, you know. That's what you want to push out. Contest. Good contest there by Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been... It's been the right level of physicality. Yeah. Like, no one's getting angry or feeling hard done by. It's good, strong defense. And, yeah, the one foul that was called was not intentional, but an on-purpose foul.
It was a take foul. You call those a take foul. Yeah. So...
And that's probably a foul you're quite happy to have because if that's not called, it's a 2-on-1 versus Nottingham with Nichols stuck on the outside. And you're right, is that 4?
4 from Lavery now, you know.
And then, I was like, the score's wrong there. 18-13 Chamberlain, a nice block. And the rebound, Lavery manages to save that errant pass.
Yeah.
For 5, you betcha. And there's the clap there. So 20-13, Round.4 feeling very good now. And Lafayette's like, well, I'm not even going to bother with this. We're up 20-13 now, 20-14. Nice fake, spin, turnaround, bucket.
Yeah, nice.
Game over, 20-14.
21-14.
21-14, sorry.
It's a Tony Lavery show there. 5 2-pointers.
Was, but you can't, you sell it on him.
Yep.
Suddenly Lafayette's
hitting a couple,
punching his way to the rim and then scoring there.
Yeah, I really think Chamberlain did a good job defensively on Matt. Matt really struggled to get a shot off.
Yeah, that extra length, I think you're exactly right. It was a good decision to put Lavery as the primary defender on Nottingham. Lafayette's strong enough to guard Nickel.
So it was good. So next up we have
UC Maroon, who are on court now. Whanganui. I can see Richard Hancock. I can see Trey Tiawa. They may not have got the memo that they're actually up next.
Yeah. No, they were meant to be the 7:45 game, and with everything changing, it was quite, it happens.
It does. Adaptability.
Yeah. I might just go chat with my team, and then I'll be right back.
Sounds good, Josh. So UC Maroon definitely knows they're up now, and we'll just wait for their opponents to really... Oh, actually, I can see there is a phone call being made, which is usually a bad sign. So we may end up having Gators... Could they play 2 games in a row? So probably a little bit tough for them. Also for Rams, there's other 2 teams which only have 3 players. As we see, Chitongo's just come in to the stadium now. And in fairness to Carlton, his team wasn't meant to tip off for another 18 minutes or so. But the hard thing for him will be the fact that they only have 1 player, well, no subs at the moment here. Planned as well, obviously with COVID going around and sickness, and it's Matariki weekend as well. This is possibly one of the harder weekends of the year, of the season, to get your full complement of players out there. So I am going to say I think UC Maroon probably will be feeling pretty good going up against a team which only has 3 players ready to go tonight. Referees for this game here will be Tony Smith-Humwick and then Regan Ashley. And Chitongo's just walking onto the court, so I think we'll have the handshake, the check very soon to see which team will start. And it looks like Whanganui is going to begin with the ball. Trey Tiawa up the top. Richard Hancock's closest to us in number 1, and Carlton Chitongo, number 11. So Tiawa, the handoff. Chitongo needs to get his warm-up in and straight away launches the 2. And you can see the height differential here. Whananui.exe is going to struggle keeping UC Maroon off the boards. They do that time there. Here we go, the handoff. Tiawa, all kinds of room. Didn't feel good. You can see him follow that in straight away as Tonge with the rebound. He dribbles out to clear it. Tapia drive, the kick out to Riley. Fumbled slightly, only 3 seconds on the clock. Step back, hits the step back jump shot. So UC Maroon up 2-0. Chitongo, handoff to Tiawa, over to Hancock's. Nice turn, and a little bit too long. Unless you're aiming to bank that in, as he was dead on line. 2-2 the score now. And you can see it here, DeYoung saying, just shoot that, Sam. He's giving great instruction there to his team from the substitution seat. And that's what you want, isn't it? When your guys are off the court, really giving that instruction, telling them what's coming next if they're open to shoot.
The fourth player is genuinely the coach, And that's how we coach our teams.
Yep.
Just say, hey, if you're the bench guy, you're the one that's got to be talking. So
yeah, it's something like I'm surprised that players on court it's not easy for everyone to talk, as I've always, I've been one of those players, like directing and warning people, there's a cut coming behind you, or watch out for the screen or whatever. So it's, it's that balance between effective communication and just making noise for the sake of making noise.
I think, effective communication, there's screen coming, shoot the ball, watch the back door, stuff like that, Shooter, those are always good things to know.
So I agree. Like, I think the stuff DeYoung was saying was extremely useful. As Chitongo there just about dropped.
Carlton's warming up. This is his warm-up, is it?
It definitely is.
Saw him walking in as just about to start. Yeah.
I do like the kicks he's got on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Nice colourways there. Anyway, here's Tiawa driving into trouble, but that makes it hard for the defenders to know who's actually going to take him. 5-4 the score. Riley's hit a step back already. That one doesn't drop. Chitongo the rebound.
I do find amazing about this game. With so much space, guys still run into each other and cut into each other's lanes.
Yes.
Yeah. I just think, Gold look like they're cruising at the moment.
Maroon,
sorry. Yeah, Maroon.
But then you look up at the score and you're like, we're only 6-4 up.
6-4 up, no.
There's DeYoung. Good battle from Tiawa. Tips it out to Hancock's, and he knows that's a very good look.
That's a good look there. Good court awareness and game awareness.
Tapia with the shot, hits that one there.
And that's one guy you do not want to leave open all the time. And there's their take foul. The take foul, call it the take foul for the sub to get in.
Yeah, and there's obviously subs only from one team, not both teams.
No, not both
taking
teams,
the opportunity.
So
Chitongo.
3 teams here with 3 guys.
I know, that's... Well, it's better than 2 guys, because then we'd be talking about, I don't know, for around about 10 minutes in a game where there's no one playing.
Yeah. Just talked to Joseph before after the game. Zach Hannon sick.
Right.
Yeah. See how Ryan called a no clear. Obviously didn't have both feet out, or just, you can only have one up, but you still got to clear the ball as well.
Right. Yeah. So it's basically like an inbound. Well, like one foot's got to be over, lift the other one. Or do you have to just put the ball over the line?
I think, you have to have 1 foot. It's kind of a 1 foot thing. Yeah.
Tonge, nice balance finish
strong.
There.
Yeah, too strong into getting to the hoop.
And Tiawa, the kick out pass, that one drops here, 12-6, but
they needed that one.
They did. It feels like it's drifting away. Well, it definitely was until that one there. UC Maroon, not quite sure what they want to do here. Riley gets just a little bit of the rim there, and Tonge, as we normally see, the effort inside, rebound, and then he backs in.
Just too big, too strong.
And that just about dropped for Tiawa, 13-6. So Whananui should be almost exclusively looking to
Shooting
hit twos
yeah,
here.
Yeah, they really need twos. Great defense there. Oh,
And DeYoung just slithers through the lane there to make that. Chitongo a little bit off there. Yeah, I think that the 18 minutes extra he did not have.
Yeah, really hurt him in terms of warming up. I think looking at all the three teams that are at the top, when you think Gators, Maroon, and Rams, they have consistent shooters.
Yes.
Guys, they can just knock shots down consistently,
No, I mean, this Whanganui team is a relatively young one. Tommy Fairbrother's normally in the team suiting him up, and he's their elder statesman, I guess.
Yeah,
and then crossover.exe,
well.
Jaden Chan's their elder statesman, but they're quite a young, relatively inexperienced team. So
I saw last week you had the O'Tools and Brad Murray McGregor. Did you get them any of them mixed up?
I don't think I did, or no one said anything. I did have Bradley on the commentary with me.
Yeah.
Like we could have he wasn't the worst commentator.
Yep.
I'm going to give that to Trey Tiawa, who forgot to come and actually do the commentating. So he's automatically last place.
Yeah.
But I do think, unfortunately for Bradley, he was probably number 5 on the list.
No, he doesn't really talk all that much, did he?
He was quite expressive sitting next to me, but like nodding and stuff. And I'm like, well,
that's
good.
Something.
You do have to. The people at home can't see when that's happening. But then who else did we have? We had Matt Mashevsky. He was good and came back and did the some of the playoff games. Jeremy Irvine, we've had him last year. And I can't actually remember who. Tane was pretty interesting as well with the stuff about the New Zealand camp as well. I think those were the guys that we had.
It's always good to get a player perspective as well.
And Sam Riley was the other one. He was quite good to talk to. Nice step back jump shot there for Chitongo, about 17-8. I just feel like it's a nice crossover. Tonge just throws him and finishes over him. Chitongo, he's hit one.
Ooh.
He's just still getting his iron though.
It's tough, He's been a tough guy over the last four weeks. Tough guard, can get to the rack.
No, we started playing Prems level as well this year. Like there's been 20s and 23s up until this year, and like he's pretty much going to have a height disadvantage in almost every game he plays in. So, but he's really aggressive when he drives, and good job at just maintaining balance and finishing. There's Tiawa, nice hit there. So 18-10.
Can't leave Chris open. Got away there.
And Chitongo. And they're like DeYoung, I think, even while he's playing, I think he's going to be a guy that you'd like on a coaching staff somewhere down the line. Sure. Like, he could be the communications expert.
Yeah. Great communicator, talks on and off the court. You know. He's a bit like Sorensen for the Rams. Sorensen is really a good communicator.
Yep.
He talks a lot, he on and off the court. He's shown real leadership, and there's the game there.
Yes, it's like, is this for the game? Yeah, this is for the game. It's a 21-10. That's ideal for UC Maroon.
Yep.
They didn't really need to, they could have if they wanted to go for 22 there.
Yeah, so they'll go straight.
They're straight through. But we're not sure how the playoffs. They're probably in the 8:30 playoff.
Yep.
So they've got a bit of a rest here before they come up again. So here we go. Crossover.exe. We only have one of the O'Tools tonight.
Yep.
Jaden Chan makes his return.
That is Ethan O'Toole. So Connor's away. So we've got Ethan. We've got Brad. Murray McGregor and Peter Pitts-Brown. I think he made his debut last week.
He did, yep. They had a few questions to the referees, I think.
Yeah, he's...
I think it's got the idea of what gets called and what doesn't now, though.
So, good physical guard. Can shoot, get to the rim, and doesn't mind getting physical on defense.
Right.
So it's got. I think this format of the game might suit him a wee bit. Got a good body too, a strong one.
So. Crossover.exe is the brother team with Rams.exe. They saw how effective it was putting Caleb Chamberlain onto Mashevsky. Yep. They got any plans, or you've left it up to them to decide? And
Jaden's pretty experienced. They'll run him off, I reckon. But
The thing is, if Jaden says, yeah, we're going to put Brad or Ethan onto him, he's got to think, who am I going to be guarding then if I do that as well?
At the end of the day, you've got to guard everyone. But Jaden Chan, player of the day yesterday for our Prem team.
6 of 12 from
6
3.
of 12, 24 points.
Yes, and off the bench as well.
Off the bench,
and that was.
I wouldn't say that was is that a career high, maybe? No,
it'll be
close to.
It will be around about there, I think. And like just a
we had
solid win, a 30-something point win.
We really needed it.
Because you had a loss by about that same margin on Monday to Gators.
To Gators, right here in this gym. So, but we really needed to get off their losing streak in prems, and it was good to have a couple of our Nelson Giants guys back. Jared.
So Jared was here as well,
and Corbin. So
just a one-off thing, or
one-off, and I think they're here when the double-header for the Rams Polkai is.
Okay.
So,
there's 2 of those double-headers.
Yeah, 2 of those.
So one of them.
The one at the
Christchurch Arena.
Yeah, Christchurch Arena. So that's where I was last week.
Right.
I was in the
Christchurch Arena or with the Polkai?
I was with the Polkai last week. We were in Oamaru for a pre-season game. So, but we start on Wednesday.
Yes.
So the inaugural game for the season. So kicking the season off right here in Christchurch at Cal Stadium on Wednesday night.
Yes. No, I'm meant to be there. I should be on the stats bench. Cool. Unfortunately for me, I'm solo dad duties for a month or so with my wife away with the under 17.
They had a tough loss.
Yes, but the silver lining, like they had injuries and foul trouble to their 2 primary post players or post defenders at the very least.
Was that Lily?
Lily, bleeding nose that just wouldn't stop until after the game finished, and Ratoria was in foul trouble. But if you look at the turnovers, game 1 against Korea, 40 turnovers, and I think it was 11 against Australia. So you're like, well, that's definitely trending the right way, although Korea was like, we are selling out on turnovers, and if you get it over us, it's a layup the other way. But
I did see our 3-point shooting stats.
Took
nearly 43 threes or something, and
and I think
Aussie went up in 2s.
Yes, I think we're just waiting for the game to be set up correctly before we can start this one.
We're actually ahead of schedule, James.
I don't mind us finishing early. I'm a big fan of finishing early if possible. Because it means we don't have to fill in as much time as well.
Our picks for this one?
Like, initially I would have picked crossover.exe with Gators only having 3 players, but the length of warm-up I think is probably going to be in Gators' favour just by, that's easing them into it, not using a huge amount of energy. You never know, though, and this is obviously a lineup that hasn't played for crossover.exe.
No. That's the thing. Team chemistry is quite big, in these types of games, and knowing what everyone does, and it shows with Maroon.
Yes.
Knowing their guys pretty well, and then with even UC Gold, they're starting to get the hang of how to play together, and then obviously with Rams as well.
Yeah.
They're that's the Uni Games team, and they've been together for most of the year, so be interesting.
Right, I'm really hoping we're getting ready to start this one off soon.
Be watching warm-up dunks.
Oh no. Yeah, so your pick, you reckon for this game?
Let's go upset.
Okay.
21-18.
21-18, okay. We've had that score once before tonight. And I think we're getting ready to go, I hope, anyway.
We're having technical difficulties tonight. Obviously, me and James can't hear each other with the headset,
that's one of them.
So that's one of them.
I have had feedback there that we're sounding fine to listen to. And I think, come to think of it, I did forget to actually post this on our Facebook, so I might as well do that
Oh, we have time.
right now.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go. This
We
is
got Tony and Marty as our whistleblowers for this game. What was your pick for this? You're going.
I initially thought it was going to be a crossover, but I think Gators. I think from the just the bonus, the extra long warm up, like Carlton's probably like, man,
Yeah.
like
it was
you
well
changed the schedule.
Yeah.
And that warm up is exactly what I needed.
He probably needed that 5 minutes. Oh, here we go.
Here we go, Mashevsky. So we saw him get a couple of buckets at the rim. Gets this one here. Jaden, nice bump off, not about able to recover. And who's the better shooter out of Connor and Ethan? Based off one shot there, I'm going to say Connor. But
Yeah, Connor. Ethan's just been out for so long. You know, he's been injured.
There's Chan, not much time there. So
Yeah.
that was one of those, you pretty much got to take the check and then launch it. We are Nottingham Belt. And some good movement there from Gators. And Nickel, that was going to be exciting. Instead, it's a lost ball out of bounds, and it'll be crossover.exe up the top. So I'm assuming Paddy Tyler Harrison Hunt's.
Actually, yeah, he's got COVID.
That's right.
Yeah, so he's out for at least another 3 days, I think.
And then, in terms of physical activity, you've got to be careful.
Yeah, so he probably won't back for a couple of weeks, I reckon.
Well, we do. I think the rest of the way it is every second week from here on out.
Yeah, so we got a week's break.
And nice fakes. That was Dream Shake-esque, but doesn't drop. And I was going to say he's probably feeling pretty good after yesterday.
Found a stroke, so...
And Murray McGregor, I don't know if he picked right or he just happened to be there and able to get right in front of Nickel. Ball did go out of bounds, so 4 seconds on the clock here.
Like he felt that one.
And I don't think Ethan listened to the commentary last week. As Mashevsky said, when there's a couple of seconds, he's found considerable success faking that and then driving hard.
He didn't get that too many in the last game, I think,
Yeah, I'd say the Chamberlain and good defense here. They closed the gap on that pass attempt.
Nice wee rub screen there from Brad to get Jaden a little bit more time.
Yeah, Brad just got beaten there, but unfortunately, Ethan missing the box out on Nottingham Belt. He hits that, but Chan is happy to score 2 points for them. 4-3 the score.
Yep.
And Gators take about as slow a walk as we can. I think we're just correcting the scores here.
It should, there we go.
Yeah, it is 4, and 4-2, sorry, because we've had the Mashevsky layup and the Nottingham Belt rebound. So now it is 4-3. There we go. Our score should be correct for you at home now as well. Pitts Brown, the step back jumper, a little bit short and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think the ball throws people off a little initially.
Yep.
Because it's a smaller, well, especially for guys. You see a lot of short shots.
Well, it hasn't seemed to throw it off Mashevsky.
No, he seems to love a 3x3 ball. Yeah.
There's a quick shot from O'Toole and Nottingham Belt.
Ethan just needs to set his feet a little bit and take his time. He's rushing it. Yeah.
And you really want to close that gap against Mashevsky. Good job there defensively. But he doesn't stop moving, does he?
No.
You've got to do a good job and a good job and a good job because Mashevsky is going to keep looking for that gap where he can launch a shot. So 4-4 here, 7-11. The time on the clock. O'Toole a little bit closer. And Mashevsky with the rebound here. And Chan put his arm in there, but not strong enough to knock the ball away or foul Nickel or stop him from scoring. And here we are, Pitts Brown. A miss, and then you saw Nottingham Belt just flying in I'd say like a lunatic, but it's not. He flew in, then got back into the game, saved the ball there.
think Jaden hit man there, got away with a little foul.
Yep.
Marty was going to call it green, but Josh.
And yes,
Yep.
we've seen two from behind the arc from Mr. Chan now.
No, he's got 3.
3, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and a block.
And it is, but there could be an assist out to Mashevsky, not quite.
Joseph's just worked so hard on the boards there. Yeah, boxing guys, bigger guys out. Oh, nice step back there from Josh.
Yeah, look at that. And there is a battle there. And that was probably what you want as a referee, because both of them were holding each other.
Just someone touch it so I can make the call easy. That's a good no call there from Tony. They're both grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was good to let her get away with that. Ooh.
And Chan finds Pitts Brown on the cut.
Good finish.
Mashevsky has daylight.
Yeah, you can't give him
launches and hits. So 7-7 the score now. And Nickel right in the perfect position to stop. And it seemed like a pretty long time for O'Toole to say, I got fouled there.
Got fouled. There's the hands in the air.
Yeah. Normally that's the defensive team saying, my hands were straight up. How did I foul it? At the free throw line. Short, own rebound. And crossover's been a bit surprised as Chan is feeling very good behind the arc.
Wasn't
cleared.
just
the Nickel has been like really solid when he's like, I'm just picking the spot and I'm going to be there, and people have been bouncing off him. There's Chan, so that's 4 from behind the arc he's hit. And Mashevsky doesn't hit that one. Instead, he gets hit, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2 here.
Coming a little bit ginger.
Well, he can't look at his bench and say,
No,
I'm going to have a quick sub.
Yeah. This is a big game for both teams, you know, especially for Gators, who are sitting in 3rd. If they drop this one, they drop out of the day or the night, and then they fall even further behind.
Yeah, no, they were 2nd place going into week 2.
Yeah.
Well, 2nd place at the end of week 1 and at the end of week 2.
Yeah, so they really need to stay alive, you know.
Here's Pitts Brown, too strong. And Nottingbelt, I think he was going to pass him. Was like, actually, I'll keep this as a dribble. And that was close to coming off Nottingbelt there.
Yeah, it just came off Jaden's foot, the way it looks.
So 4 seconds on the clock here.
What?
See if Jaden was listening here. There's the fake, there's the drive, there's the bucket. So the answer is no, he wasn't.
No.
Or even if you do know it, it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to stop.
Great
Nickel,
move.
quick spin. Misses though, and Pitts Brown. I do like the fact that he's not quitting. Like, you know, makes one initial mistake, lets Nickel get to the rim, but then stays involved in the play.
Yeah. You can't just assume that guys are going to make shots, right?
Some guys you can, like this one right here.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Jaden's feeling it today. Yeah.
This weekend, he's going to be like, can we play on Matariki every year, please? Like,
Ooh, that was
schedule me about 5 games over the 3-day weekend, please. And
just out of bounds.
Stay there. So Jaden scored, what, 10 of their 11 points, all from behind the arc?
Yep. And Peter Pitts has got the one layup.
Which Jaden threw the lob to him. Right.
Yeah, so he's got a hand in all 11 points. And there's you can see Gators there really feeling it, you know. They're really sucking it in there, you know, the wind. Yeah,
I didn't actually pay attention to who this timeout
it was Gators.
Okay.
Josh Nickel looked like he needed it.
Yeah. Understandable. They do have the lead, 14-11, but yeah, when you need a rest, you got to take it. So Chan will have the ball up the top on defense against Mashevsky. And just perfectly, executed, but blocked there, but there's that follow-up. Nottingbelt, Chan just a little bit long and left on that one there.
It's a little bit low on the pass.
And Nottingbelt, that timeout, Gators straight out of the gate, 2 quick points. And the shot was not cleared. No. You could hear the referees getting louder and louder. You've got to clear it.
Got to clear the ball. Yep.
So 2 mental errors for Gators. They're out of bounds. Crossover. They're out of bounds on our side and then failing to clear it. And it's getting a bit worse. This may be timeout time.
That Gators timeout was timely.
It was 11-14.
Yep.
3 straight points, and
3 straight layups, I think.
Crossover hasn't had a chance to even get a shot.
Good defense.
And there's that. You've got to be attached to him the whole time because he's going to follow it up straight away. And O'Toole shot. You could hear Chaden asking for it. And great job. That was Murray McGregor who hit that one. Ball gets lost, tapped out of bounds, but it goes to Mashevsky.
Yeah, and then he gets a wide open sitter that he misses.
And a very high floater. But
Patton Jaden Chan floater.
He may have been better to hit it Murray McGregor in the corner as Mashevsky
nice.
Lost the ball, regained it just with
yeah.
one hand and finishes that one. And it's not going good for Crossover here.
No.
And
that's it.
That's it. 21-12, the final score.
21-12. No, that is 21-12.
So that timeout for Gators was ideal for them as they went on, what was it?
7-1
14-9.
Yeah, 7-1 run there to finish the game.
Yeah, that's tough. So next game coming up for us, it'll be Whanganui versus UC Gold. UC Gold dropped their first game 21-18 to UC Maroon.
Yep.
And then Whanganui went down 21-10 to UC Maroon. But remember, Chitongo came straight in.
So
he'll be
feeling pretty good now.
He will, but UC Gold's had around about 40 minutes to think, man, we had that game against their brother team and just let it slip away pretty early.
Now they're back.
So we'll try and get this game started a bit quicker than we had for the last one. So referees for this one, I think, will be Tony Smith-Humwick and Regan Ashley. No, I'm wrong. It's Marty Davison and Regan Ashley. So I was 50% right. And Crossover, sorry, not Crossover, Whanganui.EXE will be starting with the ball, I think.
Yep.
No,
UC Gold.
Yeah, I thought Jeremy was subbing. He was going over to the bench. And he's
Like
no, actually.
No, I'm actually.
We start with the ball. I'm going back out there. Rohan, you went here last week. You're on the bench now, mate.
Oh, they were going to look to expose.
And that looks like he picked it up about a step too early from where he wanted to. Yeah. Poor refereeing there by Marty Davison with the signs. Well, he's lucky Luca Williams can reach over.
Marty needs to save that.
He should, otherwise he might have to go all the way behind them, move the signs just to get the ball.
It's actually good to see Marty back reffing after his long hiatus injury.
Yep, heel surgery, I think.
Heel surgery.
He's just started 3x3 with us, was it last week, and then back some full court games as he, has to keep an eye on his body and make sure that it's feeling good as he goes on.
If you don't know, Marty's one of the best refs in the country, and 5-on-5. Yeah, he's refed in the Aussie League.
Yes, he has. Yep. Refereed for multiple FIBA international tournaments as well.
Yep.
Anyway, 3-0 the score, and Irvine comes open off the great back screen there from Abbott. And Whanganui straight away looks to have decided we've got to shoot twos. As Abbott tries to throw that one down. Russo, one dribble for balance. Two's no good. Tiawa, the step back. Short. The step back for Chitongo. This one drops 2-4.
Yeah, so I think he's feeling warm. A bit more in rhythm. And
that's a good decision there to drive. The basket didn't go, but you saw Abbott just clearing the way. Almost like a lead block in American football for Irvine. Russo finds Abbott. So he's not backing down, he's going at, and that's well defended by Chitongo. Irvine, great job there, but Tiawa back in.
Oh, they had a reset shot clock. Yeah. Marty's quite aware of the shot clock as they're on the big boards.
Yeah, no, it's the ideal thing. We've got a shot clock. I think you can see it. Yeah, one right behind Marty. He can see the one at the opposite end, and then we can see the score straight in front of us as well. It's pretty much like ideal for
perfect setup. You know, when you look at the shot clock in the international 3x3,
it's pretty small, and on the section,
in the frame.
It kind of has to be when you're like not in a basketball stadium, you're outdoors, so you're like, as Irvine gets to the rim again, doesn't make it, rebound, makes it, gets the bucket and the foul.
Do you think he planned that? I'll miss the layup.
No, I don't think so.
Offensive rebound and get it and one. Looking at the game, it's 5-5, you know.
I think UC Gold's my favourite here. The extra sub, the extra height. And they play considerably better against UC Maroon than Whananui, even though we know Whananui's capable of more, as Hancock hits that turnout jumper. Abbott and see Chitongo, good job battling just to force him into something a bit tougher than he should have had. Does still make the bucket anyway. And Chitongo had a chance just to go to the rim then, I think. Yeah. That's the thing where you don't have a coach or a substitution to say, hey, they're actually fanning out on defense, staying really wide.
Yeah, get to the rim. Yeah. It's deep.
It is deep.
We're looking at Matt Machewski range there.
Well, the hand was down. Like, if you're like, this isn't a bad shot, and we've only got 12 seconds. We've already spent 4 or 5. So there's just a warning for a good check. And I think Trey's got it. Russo was like, hang on, what's going on here?
Is that back down rule? Yeah, you got to be careful with those ones.
Yeah, so when you spin that wave,
I think as soon as you get out the back down and you're facing the basket,
it'll just restart.
Yeah, it'll just restart. Yeah.
And that tough floater drops. So Whananui up 8-7 now. Williams inside. And there is an offensive foul there.
Oh, he looks like he's feeling that one.
Yeah. So they're asking, should we have a timeout call? There is a timeout call here. So after only 3 minutes, and it's UC Gold probably saying, look, we can't just take it for granted we're going to win this game here. We're actually down 7-8 here.
They need to regroup. You know, I think they did a good job going down early. Low early, and then they got comfortable 5-0, you know.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you know, it's a 8-2 run after their 5-0, you know. So
and I think it's probably the big guys. Yes, we want to use our advantage inside, but we've got to try and get to the edge of the defender as opposed to just pushing them out of the way, because they're not going to be able to stop us. So you've got to expect they're going to try and take it in the chest and sell with the contact there. And Whananui, I thought that 2 was going to go up. Hancock, good relocation. Tiawa, great job just to bat that out. Chitongo drains it.
Yeah, here's what we were talking about.
So I think that might have only been a 1-point bucket because it's 9-7 and it was 10-7. I'm not sure what's happening with the score here.
It should be 11-8, shouldn't it?
Well, it wasn't. UC Gold was down. Good, strong take there. And Luca Williams makes the bucket there.
Oh, yeah. So both teams are on a tick warning?
Yep. So the same, it counts to both of them, right? The delay of game in the circle as well as the bad check. And
he picked the ball up.
Yeah, as long as you're beginning your upward motion, it was close enough. You could hear Irvine like, really? That's really going to count?
Marty said, yep.
Yeah, yes it is.
Referee Marty Davidson said, yes it is. He's in his motion, you know.
Well, it's probably one of the, when in doubt, you count it.
Yeah.
Here we are, Abbott. So there's what we said might happen, just trying to attack the edges.
The edges, Get in deeper into the paint and uses bigger frame to get to just push out the way.
Good pass there from Irvine. Like, dribbling one way out, and
Yeah.
then as he was coming out,
through
that across to the opposite corner to Russo. So an offensive rebound here. Full 12 seconds for UC Gold. And Irvine's like, we need a sub. Russo, you're off. Williams, you're coming on. And Abbott turns out Tiawa's doing a fantastic job just battling. But unfortunately, that rebound, he saves it to Williams, who gets the easy dunk.
And that timeout seems to work for Gold. You know, they've pegged it back 11-all now.
Here's Irvine. You can see they're looking inside every time they get the ball. Irvine, nice finish there. The Euro, the slow-mo finish. Chitongo there, good hard take all the way to the rim, does finish that one.
He's had good 3 or 4 drives quite like that, quite strong and to the rack.
And there's Abbott, the slow-mo shot as well, like just maintaining his balance. And feet get tangled up.
Accidental, so...
Yeah, Abbott kind of knew straight away as well and like kept himself out of the play rather than getting an advantage. And I'm going to give Irvine the credit for that, like creating that extra opportunity and then Williams following him in. That Hancock's repays that rebound with 2 points. Irvine, so he missed 2 layups at the start. He's made his last 2 aggressive drives. Hancock's off left. And Tiawa's looking a bit tired now. We may see the Whananui timeout. A nice spin there from Williams. 16-14. There's the foul.
foul.
So let's see if there is a timeout here.
No. I think Whananui probably do need a timeout just to, you know.
Tiawa's looking
pretty gassed.
I mean, he's done an awful lot of work boxing out, fighting for extra rebounds.
It's pretty taxing when you only have 3 guys and UC Gold, you know.
Yeah,
we have 6-6.
The held ball rule is
6,
still
5.
5 seconds in this, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
And that hits the supporting wire up the top. There's the timeout.
There it is.
Tiawa's like, okay, I've had enough of this.
Yeah. I think if they took it earlier, then they could talk about what they want to do on offense to get a bucket. You know, those are the things that you're going to be aware of. Just as, you know, we play 5-on-5, you timeout when you're on offense, just to just compose yourself, talk about what you're doing on defense, and then, hey, let's run this on offense coming out of this timeout. Whereas if you take it and it's not your ball, it's a little bit, you know. Yeah,
be ready for this or this or this or that.
The scenarios become a lot more
varied and
varied. And whereas if you're on offense, you kind of have a gist of what you want to do. So, see
nice
here.
Rip from Russo. And then 17-14. Tiawa, good drive, good finish. 17-15 the score here.
Ooh, almost a little bit of a interference with the...
Irvine, the floater no good. Tiawa. Chitongo's open, and Irvine just grabs him. So 4-1 the fouls. No real danger yet. You can see you don't want to have too many take fouls. Chitongo finds Hancock's with space and drains it. So tie game, 17 each.
There's a big game for both teams, you know, wanting to get through.
I'll have to bring up my sheet behind me with the how many competition points everyone has. I thought that might have been a double dribble there.
It looked like it. I thought he might have lost it on the bump.
And then I thought he grabbed it with 2 hands and then dribbled it again. I couldn't tell if there was if the ball got knocked away or not.
It was great defense, so, you know, forced it.
So I was just surprised that Irvine lined up outside when Whananui had everyone in there. As Chitongo hits that, so 19-18.
So, you know, we are in for a fanatic finish, you know. No 2s here by Gold. And
Chitongo, good job to finish using the rim around the challenge from Russo. Abbott wants to tie it, and Chitongo's just trying to sell contact.
I think that's a good foul, though.
It is, like...
You're going to give away a 1, Now you can reset your defense.
So Abbott, he likes that side there.
He does.
But Tiawa's, he's like, man, if I play hard for 1 or 2 possessions, and it's going to be, is it a shooting foul?
Yeah, chance to win the game.
1 shot here, yep.
Yeah.
So Chitongo to the line.
This is to get it done.
And he does it.
That's an upset.
That is.
Yep. We'll go with an upset.
Called it.
We're going for an upset. Yeah.
And UC Gold will be pretty disappointed. 2 21-18 losses.
And they started the game strong, up 5-0. And
well, both games, they're probably going to look back at these and say, man, we had them both.
Where did they go wrong? And here's the Rams versus Crossover.
Yeah, so
a bit of a friendly battle. This is as they battle each team. Here's the thing. If Crossover were to win this game, who goes out?
Yeah, did Rams beat Gators or did Gators... I've read Gators won 21-14.
No, Rams beat Gators 21-14.
Yeah. It'll depend on the points.
And who was the other one?
So Rams was 21-14 against Gators. Then Gators was 21-12 against Crossover. So there's a 2-point
differential
difference there.
So I think if Rams were to score 16...
Well, no, Rams, if they win, they're through.
Yeah.
If Crossover wins, then it's...
Count back.
Then we have to look at everything.
Yeah.
And Rams...
Good thing the computer does it for us, though, right?
Yeah, but you still want to know whether it's right. So Rams, basically, if they score 15,
they're through.
So if we see if we see Crossover intentionally, like they're on 20 points or something, and Rams are on 9, and they're just like passing the ball to the other team, then there may be some questions asked.
Yeah. Hey, you wouldn't be looking at me for that. I'm sitting up here in the commentary box.
We're discussing it now. None of these guys here, I can see, are looking on their phones, listening.
No.
Lafayelle's like, well, if we get to 21, then we don't have to worry about this.
Yeah.
We're worried about us.
There's
O'Toole
with
the answer. And Chan just getting out of the way.
Who's trying not to get dunked on?
Calling for the back cut there. O'Toole and Lavery. Good job challenging that. Look like I'm going to bump you. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. And then I'm just going to jump up and look at those handles there. And the shot does drop. Like, that's... How do you... Well,
you can't guard that.
I mean, you can practice it, I guess, is the thing. But to break it out in a game and just be that confident, like, he's one of the best I've seen.
Some of his highlights on the
Lincoln University Plays of the Week.
Plays of the Week, yeah. So.
And Lafayelle's like, I think a rest is more important for me here. But we're looking at a 4-4 game. Lavery's like, well, I was hot in the first game. I know you were too, Jaden. 6-4 the score. Round.4. This Lafayette just muscles his way to the rim. You saw even the padding around the edge of the backboard moving then.
It's standard Lafayette.
Yeah, baby Shaq sort of dunk.
Baby Shaq dunk, yeah. So. No text this year yet.
What's he normally got them for?
That. Hanging on the rim.
Right, okay.
Oh, he's got one, but that wasn't for dunking it too hard. That was, I think he said something to her.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but
he's quite a soft-spoken young man, so...
he can get a little bit angry. Yeah, I've seen him fire up, so...
Nice rocket pass out there to Lavery. And behind the back, and the ball just got lost. And it's going to be a shot clock violation, man. That was going to be impressive there.
Quick hands from O'Toole.
Yeah.
Stop the
highlight. And so far, crossover is just playing with a little bit more
energy.
aggressiveness and getting those loose balls. Lavery, 10-5.
He hasn't missed a two-pointer.
And tries to pin that one. And good job from O'Toole just to be in the passing lane, tip that ball. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. So we will have to keep track of seeing how many points. So UC Gold,
the last round game.
Is UC Gold has scored 36.
He's
so he's
4 for 4.
I would say he's heating up, but he's already he's already finished heating up.
He's
just maintaining a very warm temperature.
Yeah.
He wants the ball like Lafayette. A wry smile there. And that was forced to go very high. I like Peter Pitts-Brown, just how he's aware of, and that is a hard
one.
Good finish there for Murray McGregor.
Yeah. Tough finish.
Yes, very tough.
Especially if you're challenging Simon like that, athletic. Known to be a shot blocker.
Yeah, Pitts-Brown there, and that's one of those slight differences, 5-on-5. It's just 3 seconds in the key, whether you get the ball or not, because you pretty much are creating an advantage. And Chan, nice, almost Lavery-esque on the. And Lafayette here forced him to sub. Basket.
And one.
Jaden's like, I got him on the ground.
Yeah.
No, he'd already picked it up. Yeah, that was Lafayette almost. He may have been the one that pushed Murray McGregor out on the switch so that he'd get the player that he wanted.
Yeah. So he wanted that one.
And just a bit off target there, that pass.
It's a little bit of lack of cohesion for crossover, right?
Yeah.
You know, they haven't played together. They don't really know each other's strengths and stuff.
Good defense there. Chamberlain, he hasn't had many shot attempts this game. Drains that 16-8 the score. So Rams are through no matter what now. They've crossed that 15-point mark that we said they had to.
Reset.
Play on, the shot clock should have reset before. Lavery and Pitts-Brown's like, I'm just slapping where I think the ball's going to be. To get it. And so Lafayette gets fouled. Peter Pitts-Brown's the one that's on the ground.
It tends to happen sometimes with Lafayette. You know, such a strong body and just athletic, you know.
He's feeling pretty confident there. I think that'll be 17-8 the score, 17-9.
This is just a little, I'll give you that one.
Lavery, easy. 18-9 the score.
Safe
so crossover.
To say that, Rams XC is the most athletic team in the competition.
I think so. There we go. Like the hair behind the head.
Sort of Carmelo.
Yes. I mean, when your point guard out here in this lineup is going up for a two-hand flush. Oh, come on, Caleb. Everyone else has had a dunk this game.
Now we need to see a Caleb Chamberlain dunk. Yeah, so
we'll see. Have they got a set run just for that? No, they've got a set for that though.
Windmill.
I'm sure we'll see the replay of that. It's Lafayette 360 windmill.
Yeah, I don't think we were all expecting that. So,
and that is game.
He didn't.
No. So 22-12, the final.
We have to get that windmill on the highlight reel. I'm sure that's on the highlights.
There was a couple of impressive dunks, but I think that's the best one for me that I've seen.
We've had 4 weeks. Is that the best dunk we've seen so far?
It's that or the Noah Price going under the rim, almost level with it. But I think a full windmill. I think I like that there.
So we're getting our results and our double checking. Runner up.
So first place will be Rams
okay.
and UC Maroon. Yep, so
Yep.
A1 and B1. I'll probably put, I'd imagine that.
Goes like that, but I'm just making sure we've got the top teams right. The system's broken.
Right. So,
Oh, so Rams are 1
Yeah.
in their pool.
And then UC Maroon's 1
Yep.
in their pool.
Yep.
Yep.
Whanganui is
Second. Yep.
And then Gators is second.
Yep.
Yep. So which first game played here is it UC Maroon?
Rams versus Whanganui.
Rams
Okay.
versus Whanganui will become.
Yep.
And Gators versus UC Maroon.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yep.
Cool.
Right. So sorry for that interlude there, but that was, as you probably heard, that explained why we had that roughly 10-minute interlude.
Yeah, internet's down, so.
So Rams versus Whanganui is the game which is about to come up. And then next one we have is UC Maroon, and they'll be going up against Gators. So locked in the final positions will be Crossover.EXE with 24 points scored tonight and UC Gold with 36. So just updating them on the table there. So Crossover is now on 195, and then UC Gold moves up to 220 points, but they'll be 5th place for UC Gold and 6th place for Crossover.EXE. Regardless of how people go, well, how teams go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think Rams.exe, obviously with only 3 players, want to make the most, have as much rest as they possibly can. Whanganui.exe, they also only have 3 players. So we'll be happy for the extra rest as well. And then UC Maroon at this point in time. Also, Gators.exe. So we've 3 of the 4 teams in the playoffs only have 3 available players tonight. And I think Josh Thompson's just talking to Rams.exe, giving them some key pointers here, saying, look, you've got to play straight away after that. That 122-12 is what you want, a relatively easy one to go through. And now if you do win this next one, you get a rest before in the final. And then if you get another win there, you keep closing that gap with UC Maroon while pushing yourself further and further ahead of the other teams coming up behind you. So our referee's just having a discussion on court. And I think we're getting close to seeing Whanganui.exe coming out, which will mean it's warm-up time pretty soon.
Apparently, no continuation in 3-on-3.
Oh, yes.
You gather it, it doesn't matter.
So we'll get Marty Davison in here just to talk a little bit about the continuation rule. So yeah, the continuation is different with 5-on-5. So I know on 5-on-5, basically as soon as you grab the ball, like that, you're shooting it unless you pass it out. 3x3, my understanding was it's got to have upward motion. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So I just found that out before. Oh,
Yep, just hold it close to you. There we go.
yeah, just found that out before. Going through some of the rules, they must have the ball must be in the upward motion.
Yep.
When taking the shot. So yeah, something I'm learning every day. So it's good to learn some stuff while I'm here.
Yes, well, to be fair, the ones that you called, I was like, when they're marginal and they're like, well, he's definitely gathered it and it's really close to, has he started going up or not quite yet? I'm imagining the rule book's probably like, if in doubt, you err on the side of saying they are in the motion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll keep working each game. It's good.
Yes, yep. No, I'm sure there'll be other things. And the players, I saw them like, what do you mean a delay of game for a bad check? Like, so, yeah. Anyway, the teams are out there now. So Rams.exe in the white, Whanganui.exe in the olive-coloured tops there. So Josh, did you give your team any words of advice?
Not really. We just talked about how out of the games, this is one of the most important ones because, you win this game, you're guaranteed 80 or 100.
I see that. If you make it through to the final, you're guaranteed to be building more of a gap between you and the other teams below you.
Yeah, so
and then obviously if it's UC Maroon that doesn't make it to the final or you beat them there, you're also closing that gap or potentially getting ahead of them as well. As we've got some David Dallas playing in the background, who's just been tremendous. Got on the soundtrack for Hustle, movie on Netflix, and then there's also a pretty awesome RG3 Adidas ad when the song first came out, and I think he was in FIFA, would have been about 18 or 19, I think, as well. Like this this song is a good song. So
I watched Rise last night.
okay, yeah.
Um,
I watched a lot of basketball and a bit of Doctor Strange.
so Rise is the Giannis
Okay, yeah.
Antetokounmpo documentary about how he
Yep.
came from Greece. His parents migrated from Nigeria.
So unfortunately, we're not starting as soon as we thought because we're still trying to get the system up and working just to get this game loaded up because obviously we can't have the time or the score going without it.
No.
Could be something where we
Yeah, that
say,
game
okay, we can still do the shot clock. We'll just have the scores done manually. I'll just go and suggest that and see. And
So we're just taking a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be right back.
we would have had a pretty nice quick night.
Yep.
Yeah, if it went for the.
the technical difficulties.
I'm gonna say if Rams.exe had shown up early,
Yeah, we would be done.
this wouldn't be the
Yep.
because that's been the issue I think which has caused the system to think these games are being played in the wrong order.
Yeah, we got
Right,
the
anyway,
score
here
up.
we go. So Whanganui semi-final against Rams.exe. TR was,
Waiting. We're still waiting for the time to.
and now we
we're
are
good.
good.
We're good. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is-
psych, guys. No, don't
Yeah.
start yet. Yeah, no, just kidding. You can actually start. So, this is where I do like the Rams.exe. Like, you don't have the sub just to give you an extra bit of
No.
rest, but having Chamberlain out there
Yeah.
as your, like, wing player, as Tiawa gets to the rim, though. Good job finishing that. The length he has, though, is just, we saw what a good job that did against Mashevsky. Is Lavery is still on fire.
Still on fire. Yeah.
We should have been keeping a tally of this.
Yep.
Like this may be the record for most number of twos made in one night.
Oh, it'd be
Assuming
close.
they get all the way in Lafayette, I was expecting
A
something.
dunk. Yeah. After what we saw in the last game.
I guess he's probably a bit like, well, this is the start of the game and an important game, as you
Yep.
said. And Chitongo sneaks that one up, doesn't go in. Lavery's still feeling it. That one doesn't go in, but Chamberlain, rebound, Lafayette, miss, tip, bucket.
4-1, I think. Is it?
We've had a layup. Yeah, it should be 4-1.
Yeah, it should be 4-1.
Because we've had the 2-point basket for Lavery. I'll let you go over and,
Oh,
and
yeah, I'll
correct
sort
that
that
if
out.
you'd like. As Chitongo gets the rebound. Chitongo launches a deep two just off the rim and Lavery up high for the rebound there. Lafayette, quick spin, strong, dunk. 1 point there. 5-1 should be the score here. There it is. It is corrected now. And Hancock's misses that one badly. Lavery, he's left open. He does not miss much tonight.
No.
This is not the night you want to play him. So 7-1 the score now, I think. So we need to get that
We need to
correct
get
as
that
well.
changed. It's
So the score should be 7 on one team and 1. 7-1 is the score.
we got that.
So we've got 7.
We just need the one. Here we go.
There we go. So the score is correct now that you can see it. And now we just need the clock to run. But to be honest, when the score's 7-1, we're probably not going to use the
No.
entire 10 minutes anyway. There's Hancock.
7-3.
Unfortunately, the clock wasn't running. That doesn't
No.
count for you. No, I'm kidding. That one does. We'll let him have it. 7-3. And he's had back-to-back
7-5.
twos to 7-5. 7-5 the score now. Lafayette with the big dunk. So 8-5 is the correct score. And the score is 8-5. There's an air ball here, so we may have a quick stoppage. So the score here should be 8 points to 5. 8-5.
Yeah, we're just making sure what the...
And there's the drive, Lafayette. Hancock strips it away. And some of the Rams who've been on a long trip, and they're saying hello to Regan Ashley, who was actually in Invercargill with them last night.
And then they come to support...
Aiden Todd, so like, well, we're just coming for the semi-final and final. Says Lavery to the rim, so 9-6 to score now. So it was very one-sided until Hancock's hit back-to-back twos, and Chitongo hits one now. 9-7 the score. And Lafayette draws two people. You don't want to double-team much.
No, especially with the way that Chamberlain can shoot the ball.
Yes.
You know, and he gets a look like that.
7-11 and Lavery. That's the sort of pass he'd make. Chamberlain hits his last one, hits
that
one
one again.
Straight down the pipe there. Here he is. Good challenge there. Hancock's just off there in Tiawa. See, that's just smart by Lavery, sorry. Just to hold him outside so he can go to the rim. Creates that mismatch inside, numbers-wise. So we're all good with the score now, 14-7.
14-7, and the clock is running.
Yeah, it's probably not accurate, but we don't think we're going to use all 10 minutes. Good finish there from Chitongo. 14-8 now. Here's Lavery, Hezzy in. I don't even know what to call that. Like, somehow palms it, but with his wrist up high. Lafayette just waits for that ball to find out where he wants to pass it. And it's a rarity tonight when Lavery just can't drain a two. And does anybody want to sub? Yes, Whananui would like to sub.
I think they called a timeout there.
Sorry, timeout.
Timeout.
Yep.
Yeah. Whananui got the timeout. So
yeah, what was it? It was 7-1?
7-1.
And then they hit those back-to-back twos.
They actually, I think they hit 3, yeah. Hancock hit 2, and then Chitongo
hit one.
Well. And then they got a layup. So, you know.
Yeah, so good battle for them here to be back in the thick of things, but like they've still got quite a way to catch up.
Yeah.
Like in Rams,
you know, Rams
haven't stopped scoring on the other side. Like they've up to 14 points now. Lafayette's like, I think I'll have a rest. We'll just play up 2 for a moment. Here we go. White ball up the top. 6.5 or so to play. And, yeah, you've got to decide, I'm going to foul him hard or just let him go.
Yeah. So
and you're still let him go there. 15-8. Chitongo, nice feet work there. Good finish against Lavery.
He's got a soft touch, eh?
He does.
You don't want to be double teaming, though, and leaving
Lavery open.
Yeah. Got away with one there, the way that he's been shooting today.
Here's Hancock's. Chamberlain, like I'm kind of surprised he's not just trying to scare people by like almost giving them that space so you think he's going to go up, and that foul is on the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had Marty Davison talking about that with us before, saying if there's no upward motion, it's not a shooting foul.
So a little take foul there.
Hancock takes his time to load there, but possibly another second was needed there.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, I think with Chamberlain, he's so tall compared to most of the guys he's playing against. So I'd almost say, like, once you get beaten, you're almost better to give them half a metre so you can time it and just try and pin that, because I think you'll find you're just going to scare them sometimes. Lafayette's quite comfortable with that shot, isn't he? Off the check.
Oh, yeah. You know, he's really worked on it over the summer, and his shooting has gotten so much better.
And there's the hustler for the Whananui team is Tiawa. Chitongo the fake. And Lavery's right there. Tiawa, pretty tough footwork there. He makes that one. 16-13. So, but no answer for this. It's just the pass. Lafayette sealed and got rid of Chitongo before that ball was coming in. So that's that sort of one there.
Yeah.
Like
you can wind up and probably block it from behind, but, you know.
Lavery, Lafayette, point, 18-14 the score. 18-16 the score.
It's still interesting, you know. Whananui really looking to get in.
Lavery 19-16, so you can't make any mistakes, and there is a mistake. And there is, I don't know, is that better than the windmill?
No, I don't think so.
And Chitongo's like, man, I can see what's going to happen.
There's going to be another one.
Well, I think we'll be seeing the Lafayette dunk about now.
Yep.
Like, that is some power on that one.
You know, one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. All he's got to do is palm it. So.
And is this a shooting foul? It's not,
no,
but it's only second foul. So, yeah, you can see Marty there just explaining that to Lavery, like his shot motion hadn't started then.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say that doesn't matter anyway. 21-16 the final.
21-16. So
they almost put Lafayette in the post because he's just been
so
good
dominant.
at sealing them before the ball comes in, and they're just going hard to the rim. So next semi-final here, UC Maroon in maroon against Gators, and for the good of the competition, I'm going for Gators here. But UC Maroon, like
Gators,
final win, final second place.
Yeah. Gators really need to win this game to keep pace with. Well, now that Rams have made the final, they really need to win this game to keep pace with the top two teams. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting. You know, Gators have done tough with 3, so.
Yeah, like normally you say, well, these 3 guys they've got have a whole lot of experience and knowledge playing together, but this UC Maroon team, apart from DeYoung, all played together last year, and DeYoung has fit in pretty seamlessly with them as well.
Fit in pretty perfectly, you know, the way he shoots the ball and his communication skills. So,
yeah, Matt Maszewski, like, I don't think we're going to see that in a game.
No,
I think we're going to see
a layup,
or shots from behind the arc. We may see that though, possibly.
Josh Nickel, you know, powerful body.
So anyway, referees for this game, Regan Ashley and Marty Davison. And then Aidan Tonge just getting the ball. And I think we're very close to being ready to go.
We're just waiting.
And here's the Sam Riley floater. Yeah, you're picking this game here, Josh. This Tonge throws that one down hard.
I think I'm going to go with the UC.
Yeah, I think that's my pick as well. Yeah. But I do, to make it more exciting, I'd like Gators to win it.
Yeah, we like Gators to win it, but yeah.
So not about, he's just so used to rebounding, he can't help but hit the rim and make it bounce off that.
Yeah. Too rarely to see Sam Riley getting up and dunking it. But obviously, you know, guys can do these things. It was a right hand.
There was.
Yeah.
I think these hoops, like with each summon Lafayette dunk, they might be getting marginally lower and lower.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if we broke it one day. I don't think we'll have too many happy people if that happens.
No, that was. Oh, for my job, I need these hoops up and running all the time.
Yep.
Gators, it's pretty much not 24/7, but every single day after school finishes.
Yep.
It's used for club practices,
yep.
junior competitions and hoops and things like that. So it affects a lot of people, and I think it would be
inconvenient
fixed very quickly.
3 minutes, I just heard. Yeah. Just confirming with ref Marty Davison, 3 minutes. Marty's taking a seat, so he doesn't have to stand around for 3 minutes.
So after saying I think all our technological issues have been sorted, I guess maybe not.
No. I think we're actually running on the...
We are ahead of time, I know that we always like to have a bit of a break after this game as well before the final.
The good thing is both these teams didn't play back-to-back. I think Rams had to, right?
Yeah, no, No, they haven't played for a while, so they don't need the rest now, which is probably why we've seen this impromptu dunk contest. Well, if that one worked, that would have possibly won.
Been the best one. Yeah, maybe we should get Simon and Caleb
just to come down
out here.
So internationally, when you've been away with the New Zealand teams, how much warm-up time do you have for games? Those ones? Because
they've got the other court. They have the
so similar to
court.
what the setup
yeah,
we
you have
here.
the warm-up court, and then you get a player intro, which is about 2 minutes,
Right.
2-3 minutes, and then they get maybe a minute to lay up, but you're already warm by then, and then they get into the game.
Right.
So it's pretty well drilled, and everyone goes on the same. The games start exactly when they're meant to. And,
Right. So if you do finish a game early, there is more time to fill in before the next one.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, I guess they have the more player interviews after the game and things like that to fill in that time if that's what's needed. Anyway, okay, so we both picked UC Maroon.
Yep.
What do you reckon the scoreline will be here?
I think it'll be close. I think I'm going with a 21-18, 21-19.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, looking at it, everyone's got 21 tonight. So,
it has been a good scoring
night.
Here we are. Right, so we're about ready to begin here.
Yeah, it's always a battle, you want to avoid the Gators Maroon semi-final or the Gators Rams UC Maroon. Those are the top three teams, and they're vying for those two spots. So Gators really need to win this game to stay in the race. Because 3 weeks remaining after this week?
4 weeks. This is the halfway one.
Halfway. So we're halfway, yeah.
Yeah, you can see that effort there.
Yeah.
Nickel, great block there. Tonge, the rebound. Finds Tapia. And they start off with their extremely loud player coach on the bench. DeYoung, great job. No hand up there from Tonge, but he's lucky there, though.
Yeah. Josh Nichols, a very good two-point shooter, but
and Tapia.
Chris Tapia is next level.
Mashevsky M1. Well, the bucket didn't go on, but the gather had happened. The upward motion had not happened. But 38 seconds in, 4-point lead for UC Maroon here. And Mashevsky, the switch. Tonge is right there. Finds Nottenbelt in the corner just a little bit late, but he hits the shot anyway. 4-2 now. Riley in. Feeds the big man Tonge inside. Fade away. And that would have been a shot clock violation anyway, but Gators gets the rebound. And here's Mashevsky just trying to seek out contact. But DeYoung, you saw him doing a good job, just staying there, arms up, moving. And that's a hard foul there.
That's a hard one.
This is a shooting foul. Tonge to the line for one.
Yep.
I'll say it wasn't intentionally hard. It was just, he was trying to spin, and that ended up making it a bit more awkward than it possibly should have been.
Yeah. Just grabbed him. Tried to grab the ball. Ended up grabbing him, and then that's why it looked awkward.
And no good with that. Nickel with the rebound.
Yeah. I think Aiden will be a little.
And I think that one will count. That basket does.
Yeah, that one does. Yeah. Great finish there from Josh Nickel. He's got, good skills for a big guy. Nimble feet, explosive, and long arm.
And strong enough to take their head. You see, this is how I recommend people to line up when there isn't like an extra player in there. You only have to box out one.
Yeah.
So they've certainly been paying attention and just looking for all those little things they can do. As Tapia drops him and drains it. And so I missed what the call was.
Hit off red, white ball.
Okay.
Yeah. Marty's. I felt like Sam was moving backwards at the same time.
Yeah, you can still. I don't think he's saying it's a foul or anything. It's just you touch the ball and you were out of bounds, so it's out off you. And a bit of contact there, and that is a foul. So this is probably the most fouls we've seen to start off the game, but they've been pretty physical, the ones inside. Riley dropped his hands. I'm surprised Mashevsky didn't look at that. Nottenbelt, hard drive, good finish. And that cuts the lead in half, 6-5 the score now. And that one does go in. As Mashevsky was trying to
be on the ground.
Like, I'm trying to hold your arms down so they don't start moving upwards. Couldn't do that. Aiden Tonge makes the bucket at the line here to add a point to his total. Can't do that.
No.
Good box out from Nottingbelt.
2 missed free throws, you know.
And mistake there for Gators.
Stood out of court. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to take Marty's word for it. We
we
can't see
can't
behind
see
the signs.
what's behind the signs, but I
know
Marty
he was close.
Yeah, he was definitely correct there.
So here's the check here. 7:52. UC Maroon up 2. Switch to Pyer. 2. He's had 3 of them, I think, in this game.
No, he hasn't missed a shot yet. So.
And he did touch the ball there. That's why Nottingbelt was able to pick it up with 2 hands. And whose ball is this? Red ball up the top.
Yeah.
5-9, and I don't know if you like variety in the finals.
Yeah,
we got news for you.
We want to.
You're probably going to see for the 3rd straight week UC Maroon go up against Rams, as it's 10-5 the score now. And Riley just shoves Mashevsky.
Yeah, he's got a bleeding nose. I think he's going to have to come off. Yeah.
He's having a look. No, he doesn't go out. I can see Regan Ashley's looking at him.
He just took a whack in the face there. I think he just cut his lip.
And Nottingbelt hits the 2. 7-10. So that scoreline up the top, I think, should be 7 points, which will try and get 7.
Yeah,
10-7. So we need, so Regan's getting the score. The score should be 7-10. There we go.
Yeah,
it's fixed now. We had some help from the Rams on the bench saying it's right. And there was enough for Regan to say, okay then.
Okay. Oh,
here's
can't leave that
Mashevsky.
open.
I was going to say that one's probably going to drop. He's got space. So 9-10 the score here. So we'll get that corrected as well. So the score now should be corrected as well to 9-10.
Yeah.
So they've corrected it on one side.
No. Oh,
so Gators should be on 9-10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, fouls. I'm unsure of the fouls. Marty's just checking them as well. So the score is correct on the board.
Yep.
On the screen for you watching at home. 9-10. So good comeback for Gators here just to close that gap. When I said, have we got news? Good drive from DeYoung. Tonge the rebound. The tip-in doesn't go. The second one does. 9-11 the score now. Mashevsky, blind pass out. Nottingbelt all day. Just short on that, and Tonge up for the rebound there. Riley in and out. And that's the battle, probably the most exciting rebounder battle there is. Tonge against Nottingbelt. Nickel, the floater. 10-11 the score now. Nickel catches him in the corner.
Tiptoed the sideline there.
What a spin. Good defense. Riley gets dropped by Nickel.
Yeah.
I would like to see that one again because Sam Riley just went in flying. Nickel was standing still, and he may have just clipped him while he was already there. The foul does go up, though.
Yep.
5-4, 10-11 the score.
This is a lot more physical than the last one. And then, Chris, you cannot leave Tupai open.
Well, I don't even know if he was open.
Yeah.
He was open enough to drain it anyway. 13-10. Here's someone else who doesn't need much space.
Need a lot of space there. Yeah.
And Tupai could have actually let that one dribble out if they wanted to have a sub. Tonge back to his left hand. 14-10 the score. Nickel looked like they were trying to foul him. The tip up and in, no good. And Tapaya the rebound.
There's another shooter.
16-10. Nickel wants a timeout. There's not a timeout unless it's a dead ball.
Dead ball. We need a dead ball.
Mashevsky drains it. 16-12. 5.5 minutes. Nordenbelt tips it away, but it goes straight to DeYoung here. The spin inside. Tonge there. And I think this is going to be white ball. It is.
Yep. White ball and a white timeout. Yeah, white.
Yeah, you want to wait as long as possible before calling the timeout, so you get those whole 30 seconds.
This is a good timeout from White. They really need it just to compose this, and it's on offense.
It is.
So they can talk about what they want to do.
So the referees are just checking something.
Yeah, they're just checking what.
Oh, when the bonus foul is.
bonus
Yeah, it's
is
at
on
7.
Yeah.
I do know that one.
And then 10.
10 is the killer one, man. You don't want to get
bonus.
You don't want to be on 10 fouls.
Yeah.
So the Pete Van Hassel's New Zealand team, the last 2 games, not the USA one.
Yeah,
I think they were in pretty bad.
They got
foul
10
issues.
against Brazil, I think.
Yeah, and they still
and
won.
the guy missed 2 free throws to win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good slip there from Nickel. Up and in. 13-16 the score now. 5:09 to play. Tapaya crossover off his foot, but straight to Riley.
Straight to Riley.
Floats. Good finish there. 13-17. And Nordenbelt fouled. It's not going to count. Definitely would have been 5-on-5.
Yep.
Definitely doesn't here.
I think in 5-on-5, that's unsportsmanlike, though, right? Because he's doing without the ball. So
Yes, I don't know. Like it was almost like he was just unaware. But Gators gets 2 points out of it anyway.
So
15-17 the score.
Yeah.
When those points go up, we'll see them pretty soon. Riley, you can hear he's asking for it. Tonge gets blocked. That's going to be a shot clock violation. And good job by Mashewski not to get tied up.
Oh, missed it.
And he did a good job changing pace there.
He did,
Both teams on 5 fouls now.
If he makes that one, you need a tie game there.
You would,
yeah.
yep. And close to the bonus.
Yeah.
So
really
one
need
shot
that
here.
one. This is a better lineup, you know. Only need to box out the one guy.
Yep.
So how are you feeling if you're Rams XC and these guys are battering each other?
Yeah, well, you're like, it's going to be a very physical game for us, but at least we've got more of a rest. Tonge doesn't quite get it. Mashevsky and Tonge, great job to chase down that rebound. Out to Riley, stonewalled there by Nordenbelt, and the ball's tipped, and it's a turnover. So Gators up the top. And timeout for Red here. Tonge is just checking what happened. So Marty's saying, Gators tipped it first, then UC Maroon touched it, then it hit the line there. I think Tonge, what I got from that was, I didn't touch it.
No.
But he didn't want to come out and say, I didn't touch the ball.
Yeah. He said, I didn't touch it. Matt touched it.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah.
But anyway, so 15-17 the score, 4:07.
Yeah, Maroon have got away with a couple, Matt open
I know
twos,
they have,
so.
Well, that one that was here closest to us, and then Tonge boxed out Nordenbelt, I think, and chased down the rebound as Mashevsky was running for it. I think we might see a 2 launched here.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I think Gators could do is look to dribble more off the ball screen. So they're tending to pick it up as soon as they're coming off the ball screen, and then if there's a quick switch or something like that, they're not giving themselves a huge amount of options.
No, they really don't really have a.
Sam saying you've got to bounce it. I don't think you do have to bounce it.
No, you don't have to bounce it. No, you can give it to him.
And Nickel there taps it away. The back down count has started. Tonge, the double spins. So if you spin both ways, I still think you're backing down though, right? So that possibly may have been our first 3-second back down call. Mashevsky, the fake. Riley, great defense there.
Great defense.
And it's a 12-second violation. And it's mainly Sam Riley that caused that one there.
The extra length thing is really bothering Matt. Like you saw with Rams, with Caleb using his long arms and getting up and in and just...
Riley just hoping for, I think, a foul to be called there. 15-17. They've used a lot of time here, Gators. Not much spacing. 3, and there's a solid screen there. And Sam Riley has taken 2 hard shots from Nickel. The rebound, that foul. It is 16 fouls now. Next one will be shooting 2. Next defensive foul. Offense is still just change of possession, right? I'm us.
Yeah, it is.
It's good.
Yeah, so haven't seen a lot of...
And there's the shooting foul. That's a bad foul.
Yeah, it's the shooting one. So he's got 2 now. Aiden really needs to make these because the score has kind of dried up for both teams, right? Yeah.
No, 2. It's 2 shots here.
Yeah. Yes, 2.
7.
Yeah.
So it's definitely 2 shots. The 17 foul is 2. And
2.
then at 10, they get 2 shots plus the ball back.
No,
9 is just 2.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 9 is all 2 shots.
Yep.
So there was a discussion to make sure we have it right. We'd much rather know that it's being done properly rather than...
for sure. Yeah.
So first shot goes down, 15-18 the score. Second free throw here. And that looks good, and it is good. 19-15 the score. Nottingbell in and out to Nickel. Crossover, loses it, but finds Mashewski.
Ooh.
And there's another offensive foul. So this one is not 2. It's just up the top. So it's an offensive foul. It's just up the top.
Offensive.
So it's just up the top.
Yeah.
So they're checking that. Here we go. So 15-19 the score. Sam Riley still wants the ball bounced to him.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't bounce it to me. Tapia can ice it and does it.
Tough.
So UC Maroon 21-15. That means Gators, for 1 point, 1 point short of Whanganui, will finish in fourth place in this tonight's action, while Whanganui finishes in 3rd place.
Yep.
So points for that, 100 then 80. So Whanganui will get 70 points, so they're up to 245.
Yep. And
Gators will get 60, they're on 260. So, at the moment, working from our way from the bottom to the top, crossover.EXE 195, UC Gold 220, Whanganui at 245, Gators at 260. Those are getting pretty tight.
Yep.
And then we have Rams.EXE on 240 plus either 80 or 100, and then UC Maroon 280 plus either 80 or 100.
So if Rams win this one, they tie.
No, they'll be 20 points away.
20 points away.
So they'll be closing that gap.
They need.
So yes, who's our MVP? Like at this point in time, up until semi-final, Chris Tapia from UC Maroon, and then I think
Tane.
For the number of 2-point buckets, Tane, but for the windmill dunk, But yeah, I agree. I think it's Chris and Tane are the front runners for the MVP for round 4.
Yeah. So we're going with that.
At this point, we're going to see what happens in the final. We're just saying they're the front runners.
Front runners, yeah.
There's more weight in the final game.
Yeah. So see Marty taking a rest for the final.
Yeah,
so he's had enough.
I think he'll be back for the final. Yeah, Regan's probably tried to engineer the draw so he gets to leave a little bit earlier to get his drive home on. And Sam Riley, I wonder if he's like, man, I drew a couple of fouls, but were those hits worth it? Like, I went to the ground pretty hard on them. So I think he's actually just asking about, do they have to bounce the ball? We'll find out pretty soon enough. Sorry, no, this is... Yeah.
Or like it has to be in the pocket of the It doesn't have to
Marty
be
knows it doesn't have to bounce.
Yeah.
Sam Riley
does
not know.
No, he doesn't know. So he might need a bit You might need to explain it to him.
Yeah. Yeah. So. But anyway, I kind of enjoy Sam Riley complaining about every single check ball that comes to him. It's just one of those things that you start enjoying.
It almost could. It was a good pass to him. Like it could have been a play on there.
I know.
Like, Joseph gave it to him in his pocket, and he had a second to,
So the team's last-minute warm-ups. I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm like, well, you see Maroons out there. I think they're ready to go.
Yeah. I'm
keen to get the show on the road pretty soon. It is officially meant to tip off in about a minute and a half's time.
I can't pick this one.
Well, for the sake of the competition.
To be fair, it really all depends on who shoots the ball well. If Tane, Caleb, and Simon shoot the ball well, and he cancels out Aiden, then I think Rams have an edge. But then if it's the other way around, Maroon have an edge because Aiden and Simon are
almost different players, but
they almost
cancel each other out.
Yeah, so
the Rams can't have much rest in the game with no sub, but they've had the semi-final rest. Yeah. Who's got the fitness advantage from their point of view, do you think?
Well, can I be biased towards Rams because I know the fitness regime
I know
they go through. Well, you know that too. Yes, so
I was many more just like, who would you rather be? Like the team which has just played straight before, but you got a sub, or the team no subs, but you got a rest?
There's almost no advantage there, right? Because they have no rest, and UC are coming off the high of just winning a semi-final. So, which team would you rather be? Like it's a coin toss, right?
Yeah.
Like if Rams had 4, you would give them the edge because they have a sub, but they only have 3. So.
Right, and then who's got the extra motivation? So
I think
UC Maroon 2 out of 3 finals, but Rams was the team that knocked them off last time. But obviously, if they get that win tonight, they close the gap to only 20 points. And Lafayette up and in
straight away,
1-0, and there's a shot there that drops. 2-1 the score. UC Maroon and mental error. Sorry, it wasn't a mental error. The ball was tipped out. The way that everyone reacted was that Lafayette just passed that ball to no one, but not the case. 4 on the clock, and Lavery is
still
saying,
I'm
still on fire, guys.
He's still on fire. I'm still hitting,
Sam 3-2. He hit the first one. He's hit the second one for them. 4-3 the score. And Lavery tries to answer it. Tapia up for the rebound. Riley's hit 2, takes a third one. Short, but Tonja's there at the rim. Good pass out to Tapia. And he takes his time to launch that one. So UC Maroon, 3 from behind the arc to start off. Not what you kind of expect when you do if it's DeYoung and Tapia. Not so much Riley and
it's interesting Riley, Aiden didn't go up for their shot against Simon. Do you think the bit more athleticism put him off a little bit there?
Yeah, no, I think it's hard to know. Like, Lafayette does a good job of I'm going to go hard for this one. No, I'm not. And it's hard to know, is he...
Yeah. Is he going to
you see here, he's like, go ahead, you can shoot that. And Riley says, are you sure? Really sure? Yes. All right, here it goes. He scored 6 points all from behind the arc this game. And Lafayette up hard for that one there. Riley feeling it, chases it, and then gets tangled up with his own guy. Lavery just in and out on that one there. And the ball drops. And there's the first sub. It's the hot shooting Sam Riley. 3 of 5 from behind the arc in this game.
Yeah, he is very good when his feet are set. He's a little bit off. When he's off balance, he's not as good, obviously. So
yeah. And there's Tapia. That's good. So he continues his hot shooting as well. Here's Lavery. He gets fouled, hits the bucket as well. So he will go to the line for one shot here. So I think that score's gone up already, 6-10. Very rarely do you see a three-point play.
No, yeah.
Oh, this way round.
This way
you
round.
can when
you're
on the 6-point bonus, make a layup, get fouled, and have 2 shots.
Took away his landing space there. Just unfortunate.
And Tapia, this looks pretty good, and it is pretty good. So the ball was out of bounds, so it's just
hot shooting continues from both teams. Yeah.
Here we go, 7-12 the score. Leverage just burns Tapia, but he straight away resets, relocates, looking for a 2. Riley, drive, gets stripped by Leverage, great defense. Tries to foul, and there's a strong foul. Basket finish. Counts. Yep. Tapia, wait, what just happened? Yes.
There was an upward motion there.
It was. No, Lafayette knew the foul was coming straight away, started getting the ball up. Good call there from Regan Ashley. 9-12 the score. And he's like, shouldn't we have someone lined up there? Makes the free throw. 10-12 the score now. Quick scoring. Well, it's been a quick scoring night tonight, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah.
And the 2-point buckets has been the key to it. This Lavery gets the steal there. Lafayette. Who's got more power there? I don't know.
That's a strength one there, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tonge won that one as he forced him out. Tapia evades everyone.
I think he was too open there.
Lafayette wins that one there, gets the rebound. And another big dunk. Turnover straight away, so 11-12. And it's not normally Tonge that you pass the ball to as he's going out of bounds. Levery ties it up, 12 each. Tapia's open. Can't make that. Chamberlain with the rebound. And he did a good job just to chase out there against Tapia. And Tonge, you can see, he can afford to take half a second and still is strong enough to hold off Levery.
Long arms. His strength. You can hear Junior still coaching, encouraging. Yeah. Both teams look gassed.
They do, yeah.
So there's Chris there just sitting down,
Well, I think you could take the timeout. It's 12-12. It has only been 3.5 minutes, but great pass. No, not a great pass. Just about a great pass. It's the turnover instead.
Red ball. Yeah. I think Sam got a tip and then Simon kicked it out.
Right.
Yeah, so
it had a chance for a pretty good highlight there. And Tonge and Chamberlain does a good job just to avoid that. Tonge maintaining balance. Finishes it 13-12. Lavery and DeYoung, you can see him just stop. No foul there. 13-13. Riley resets. Hits another one. So Sam Riley's I'd kind of like the MVP, if I may, if we're doing it mainly off the final.
It off the final, yeah.
And he drew those 2 fouls. Lavery, tough foul there.
Yeah. It's a hard one.
So the basket counts. I should have checked what the score was. I think
it is right. Counted. It is right. Yeah.
So that one's gone up. A chance to tie it here as well. This is similar to the jump shooting one. It's obviously under the rim, but the same thing, taking out the landing
space. Yeah, he's just Junior's right. What can he do? But
that's how basketball is.
How basketball is.
Most of the fouls you don't plan to do. Tapia, the ball hadn't been cleared.
Not cleared by Aiden. He's getting some encouragement from his Rams teammates. Yeah. So.
Well, they're from the Junior DeYoung voice.
Yep.
I bet they're fantastic communicators on the floors. Lavery to the bucket.
Yeah. Tane is just kind of taken over a little bit, right? Oh, good pass.
There was a fantastic pass out there. And under Chamberlain pressure. Just shouldn't have gone in quite so far. And your Rams look.
Yeah, he's standing there.
Yeah. Yep. And here's the timeout for UC Maroon. And I heard a comment from the Rams on the sideline there. Wait, there's 3 seconds for that?
Yeah. It starts he's in there. He's got to get out.
Yeah.
It doesn't normal 3 seconds, right? If you're in there for 3 seconds, you can be there.
Yeah. If you're not affecting the play.
Yeah, if you're not affecting the play. As soon as you catch it, and that's you gain an advantage. So.
I mean, to be honest, I'd rather it's 3 seconds or it's not.
Yeah,
because it's okay, you can get an advantage from rebounding. You're referees like depending on the level you get up to, they do know if you're screening someone that's still creating an advantage.
So
but
that's 3 seconds.
The lower levels, it makes it really hard to say, no, you only count 3 seconds when they actually get the ball, but if they get an advantage.
It's a bit of a...
Yeah. Lavery has just been able to make nearly everything, 17-15, but De Jong ties the game 17 each. Look at that, Tapia getting up and in, but he shakes him off and drains it. 19-17. Tane Lavery gets hit from behind there. Riley, kick out. Tapia, I think they got tipped. Doesn't matter. Made the 2. 19-19. And he fell from behind. Probably pretty good if you're UC Maroon. Lavery, like if he could have reset his feet there, he would have had a wide open 2. So is he going to play anything? He's looking for the fadeaway. No good there. Possibly needed to actually run one of their sets to try and get it.
Oh.
Tapia's open. Lavery's hurt.
Oh.
And I think...
Number 6.
Yeah, so Chris Tapia's who we're going to pick as the MVP for the game.
Number 6,
Hot shooting throughout the night, and then obviously hit the game winner there.
So
that's what you want for the final game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, the top 2 teams are pulling away from everyone else. Yeah. UC Maroon up 60 points now. They're on 380 points unofficially. Then Round.4 320. Gators 260, Whananui 245, UC Gold 220, and Crossover.exe 195. So I think these 2 teams that we've just seen playing are the ones that should definitely be looking at Japan, making sure their passports are definitely all up to date.
So they leading the way with 4 weeks to go at the halfway point. So
No, well, this has been apart from the technical issues, fantastic night of basketball. Thank you for joining me, Josh.
No worries.
We're about to sign up, but definitely stick around for about a minute, 2 minutes, catch the highlights. There were some pretty fantastic dunks here. Thank you to our technical team, Ash Khan, for producing this. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Awesome. Thanks, James.